Coca-Cola, a brand that has transcended mere product status to become a global cultural icon. Coke has been at the forefront of creating some of the most memorable commercials in television history. Today, we'll focus on the most iconic advertisement, "I'd like to teach the world to sing."
I'd like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me.
Next, on this episode of The History of Television Commercials. Coca-Cola's journey began in 1886, when Dr. John Pemberton, an Atlanta pharmacist, concocted the syrup for Coca-Cola in his backyard. The name Coca-Cola, suggested by his bookkeeper, Frank Robinson, would go on to become one of the most recognizable brands in the world. To understand the genius of Coke's marketing model, let's take a brief trip through history. During World War II, the U.S. government imposed sugar rations as they did with other commodities. As a result, everyone from bakeries to housewives suffered. However, Coca-Cola successfully petitioned the government for an exemption, arguing that its soft drink was an essential wartime product that would boost the morale of American troops abroad. Because of this expert maneuvering, the Coca-Cola brand was exported around the world. In every country where U.S. troops were stationed, citizens of those countries, young and old, got to experience the joy of drinking Coca-Cola. Fast forward 30 years, and the world had changed. The Coca-Cola marketing team faced the challenge of uniting a world in turmoil. The company had consistently shown its knack for understanding the culture and evolving with the times. But the early 1970s brought cultural challenges and shifts never seen before, such as the Vietnam War, the aftermath of the Civil Rights Movement, musical festivals like Woodstock, and transformational television with programs like All in the Family. By the 1970s, Coca-Cola had expanded to over 200 companies, a testament to its vast global reach and marketing prowess. But what does a company with a footprint that spans the globe do in turbulent times such as these? They create a commercial that puts them at the center of making sure all will be okay. It's worth noting that the iconic "I'd like to teach the world to sing" commercial, officially known as the Hilltop commercial, had its roots in Coca-Cola's transition of ad agencies, moving from Darcy Advertising to McCann Erickson in 1956. In the aftermath of this change, the seeds of one of the greatest commercials ever was created. Conceived in the fall of 1968 by McCann Erickson, the commercial series that led to the Hilltop commercial was actually known as The Real Thing, aimed to embed Coca-Cola into the American psyche as a symbol of unity. This vision was particularly moving during a period rife with social and political divisions, characterized by clashes between different age groups, cultural factions, and racial communities. The campaign sought to bridge these divides, presenting Coca-Cola as a unifying element in a fragmented society. The campaign echoed themes of inclusion and triumph over adversity. This movement influenced McCann Erickson's approach. The agency aimed to depict a comprehensive and inclusive view of American life, moving away from the cultural battlefronts to more serene and unifying scenes. The early commercials, starting in 1969, were essentially montages of American life, showcasing a diverse range of people and activities. One notable spot, "Friendly Feelings," subtly played on the term "friendly fire" to convey a sense of camaraderie and unity. It featured scenes of everyday life, including teenagers working together, a couple in a wheat field, and a family enjoying Coca-Cola, emphasizing racial harmony and shared moments of joy. Specifically, for the Hilltop commercial, the real genesis can be traced back to Bill Backer, a creative director at McCann Erickson. His inspiration came unexpectedly during a layover at Shannon Airport in Ireland. Observing passengers who were previously disgruntled because of delayed flights the day before, now bonding over Coca-Cola, Backer envisioned this drink as a symbol of commonality and peace. This led to the creation of the song I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing, written by Backer along with Billy Davis, a songwriter who had performed with the Four Tops and written for Motown, and Roger Cook and Roger Greenway, two English singer-songwriters most notably known for writing the Hollies hit Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress.
A little magic.
Production of the commercial was burdened with challenges from the beginning. Originally planned to be shot on the cliffs of Dover, the production faced numerous obstacles, including inclement weather for several days in a row. This led to a relocation to Rome. But the initial shoot in Rome was chaotic as well, marred by unruly behavior from extras in a near riot situation. After the transition to Rome, an Italian film company recruited 1,200 teenage extras from nearby orphanages for the production. As the day progressed and the temperatures rose, the teens were confined in hot buses. By midday, the restless and thirsty kids began to shake the buses vigorously, eyeing a truck loaded with Coca-Cola at the hill's base. Meanwhile, atop the hill, Billy Davis was on a conductor's ladder attempting to instruct the diverse world chorus in singing the lyrics to the song. In preparation for the final scene, which involved an aerial view of the orphans cheering next to the world chorus, the teenagers were let out of their buses. They spread out energetically across the field. A group of overwhelmed marshals eventually managed to gather the kids near the chorus. Holding glass bottles, the teen orphans, in a fit of rage and anger, started throwing them at the director's hovering helicopter. They then charged towards the Coca-Cola truck, attempting to tip it over. While this attempt didn't go nearly as well as the producers had hoped, the commercial was eventually completed with a brand new crew, a smaller cast, and a different location in Italy, atop a hill in Manzaiana, a small town about an hour's drive from Rome. The final product, a chorus of young people from around the world singing in harmony, encapsulated the message of global unity.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. That's the real thing. I'd like to teach the world to sing. In perfect harmony. Perfectly. And I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. It's the real thing. What the world wants today. It's the real thing. What the world wants today. It's the real.
Ultimately, the commercial was not cheap, costing $250,000, equivalent to $2 million today. Upon its release in Europe, the commercial received a lukewarm response. However, in the United States, it struck a chord with the public. Coca-Cola was inundated with letters of appreciation, and the song from the commercial, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing in Perfect Harmony, achieved significant chart success globally. The commercial not only revitalized Coca-Cola's image, but also resonated with the American public's desire for unity and peace during a time of social, political upheaval. The public's reaction was so overwhelming that Coca-Cola received over 100,000 letters from viewers who were moved by the message. The song, initially performed by the Hillside Singers, a group of studio singers who came together specifically for this ad, was later re-recorded by the New Seekers, a British pop group with minor hits in the UK during the 1970s. Both versions achieved remarkable success. with the Hillside Singers version reaching number 13 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and the New Seekers rendition reaching number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US and topping the charts in the UK. The cultural impact of this commercial extended beyond the advertising world. It was famously featured in the final episode of the acclaimed TV series Mad Men, suggesting that the series protagonist, Don Draper, who was also employed at McCann Erickson at the time, received inspiration for coming up with the ad while at a California commune. This inclusion in popular culture underscores the ad's significance and its lasting impression on the collective consciousness.
You know, it happened right here 20 years ago.
Right here, Mom?
Mm-hmm. You just can't imagine what it felt like.
In 1990, Coca-Cola celebrated the 20th anniversary of this iconic ad with a special commercial that brought back many of the original participants and their children to the same hilltop to perform an updated version of the song, a true testament to its enduring appeal. The Hilltop ad was more than just a marketing triumph. It marked a paradigm shift in advertising, moving from product-centric approaches to emotionally driven, narrative-based campaigns. It also reflected a deeper understanding of the power of storytelling and connecting with audiences on a more personal and emotional level. As we conclude this journey through one of the most memorable chapters in television commercial history, we hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for what goes into making such an iconic television commercial. Thank you for joining us for this episode. Remember to press the like and subscribe buttons so we can bring you more insightful episodes on the history of television commercials. Until next time.